violations and COVID-19 in our Native communities. Please visit Native Roots Radio Network on Patreon and donate if you can. That's Native Roots Radio Network on Patreon. Pinigigi, and thank you for your support.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Oh, this is Robert Pilot. For Native relatives, healing is more than just sobriety. It's reclaiming Indigenous masculinity as a sacred, balanced force. Join Hunter Thundercloud for Native Roots Radio presents Controlled Fire. We explore how personal recovery uplifts our communities. It's time men step back into roles as mentors and spiritual leaders. Recovery is collective, and it starts with us. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of every month at 6 p.m. for Native Roots Radio presents Controlled Fire. Let's tend the fire together.
Dear John, I'm leaving. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is serious, and I can quit whenever I want. Why can't we get back to when you checked on me? I don't want to leave, but remember, when I quit, you quit. Sincerely, your heart.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range today. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Support comes from the Walker Arts Center. Did you know that the Walker has a cinema that shows film almost every week? From artist talks, genre-defined performances, and world premieres to archival shorts and experimental soundscapes, the Walker Cinema explores all modes of global and local filmmaking. Get your first tickets for free. Visit walkerart.org/cinema to learn more. That's walkerart.org/cinema. See you at the movies.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Tonight, cloudy with a low of 31, then Wednesday, a chance of rain and snow with a high of 43. The Great Wall has been your home for Chinese favorites since 1981. Don't miss the sesame chicken, mushu pork with Chinese pancakes, or Peking duck. Stop in at the restaurant on France Avenue and 45th Street along the Minneapolis-Edina City line, or check them out at greatwallrestaurant.us.
Portions of Native Roots Radio may be pre-recorded.
It's a good day to be indigenous.
Get up, stand up.
They are going to become more brutal.
Couldn't cut, hit me cut again.
Because all the hippies were trying to be Indians anyway.
They're going to become more repressive because it's a matter of dollars and their illusionary concepts of power.
Hey, Victor.
We must live in balance with the earth.
And also with recent happenings at Wounded Knee.
I am awake.
Welcome to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Wakanja Hade. Hey, Kadagi to all my friends and relatives in four directions. You are listening to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Robert Pilot. Hey, we discuss local, national, Native news and events, and as you know, Wendy, Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues. Hey, want to say a couple big things here. Our guest had an emergency at work, and Wendy is stepping in here, and it's awesome. Wendy, welcome as always to Native Roots Radio.
Yeah, thanks, Robert. Thanks for having me. I was laying on the couch and ready to jump in the shower, but here I am.
Hey, we'll go to Bruce Springsteen tonight. We all got to be cleaned up for the boss, so I appreciate you coming in.
Excited.
Hey, one thing I wanted to talk to you about is the No Kings March, and I know you were in the No Kings March in New York City, and I'm just wondering if you mind talking about your travels into the city and all that. That's to me pretty amazing, and I wish I was there. I wish I could have been in two places because the city, Manhattan, sounded crazy in a good way.
In a good way, for sure. The thing is I asked, I'm not kidding, 6 people if they'd go with me. Everybody was like, no, it's going to be dangerous. It's scary. There's going to be ICE agents all over. And these are people I know who've never went to a rally or protest before. So I tried to explain to them that, it's not like that at all. It's kind of like a really happy, cheerful, event. You're with the like-minded people. There's families there. There's children's there. There's, they were old people in wheelchairs. And anyway, so I was like, well, I want to go. So I guess I'm doing it solo. Yeah, so I took the Long Island Railroad into Penn Station. And I grabbed the subway, and I got on the subway. In Manhattan, it was unbelievable. They had a couple of different rallies. I went to the largest one, I believe it was. It was on Central Park South and 57th Street, and there were just thousands and thousands of people there. Again, all walks of life, all different kinds of people, all different ages. And it just felt really good. It felt inspiring, hopeful. And I was really happy to be there. And, we just kind of all stood around. I'm not even kidding, for like an hour, because nobody could move because it was just so crowded and nobody was walking.
Hey, we got fans out here, Wendy.
Yeah.
And I know we don't have your computer up front yet. We'll probably try and pull that out in the break. But a friend goes, good to see you, Wendy. Anton, why does Wendy spend so much time in New York?
Why does she?
Oh.
Well, my whole family's there, but that's probably not the real reason.
Yeah.
I grew up on Long Island in Long Beach, and it's, kind of a place that's near and dear to my heart. So yeah, I go to New York a lot, but I wanted to, let's finish the march. So all of a sudden there were thousands of us just, standing there like waiting to go. And we all walked down 7th Avenue and from 57th Street all the way down to 34th. And all along the way, there were people, cheering, playing music, power to the people, and people on the sides, on the sidewalks, just like taking pictures. All the side streets were really just blocked, so we were all safe. There were, police all around. And with all those thousands of people there in the middle of Manhattan, not one arrest, not one person got into any kind of, altercation or anything. So I just want to say that it was really, and I saw a lot of really great signs. One of the signs I saw that was really one of my favorites, I took a picture of it, the guy on the side, and it said, because, there was so many people there. We were walking down from 57th to 34th, and, you couldn't walk fast because it was just a lot of people. So you kind of like shuffling along slowly. And somebody,
like Minnesota.
Exactly. And like when you're walking on ice in Minnesota, that's how we were walking.
Jeez.
But a guy wrote a sign and it said, it's bad if New Yorkers are walking this slow.
Yeah.
I just thought that was so funny. And I just have to say, it brought tears to my eyes, and it kind of really broke my heart. So many people had pictures of Renee Good and Alex Preddy.
Oh, wow.
All of them, and people had signs saying that they would be there. Both of them, Alex and Renee, would be at No King's Day marching if they could, but they couldn't,
Yeah, exactly.
So it really made me sad. It did.
Really good
There was
point.
a guy with a backpack and his dog was in the back. I have a cute picture of him too. Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah, so just a lot of great signs, a lot of good vibes. And it just made me feel hopeful and not such doom and gloom because of this, you know.
Well, hanging around
spray tan in the White House,
hanging around with like-minded people, and celebrating the fact that you're not alone,
exactly,
and all these positive things where they want to turn it into we're angry. The right wing is so angry. That's what gets me. It's like, why are they so angry? They got the president, they got the House, they got the Senate, and now they got the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
I know.
But one of the things, there's a couple things that popped up too today is that
I didn't watch any news today.
A judge orders Trump administration to halt White House ballroom construction.
I actually just saw that before I sat down.
And we love to hear that
That's
because
great.
that's all that dementia guy talks about. I mean, we got possibility of boots on the ground in a foreign country with his war. You call it the Trump Epstein war. And it's just one of the sad things though today too is Supreme Court rules against a Colorado ban on conversion therapy for LGBT kids. And it's just like, that was 8-1 too. And I am totally shocked and disappointed, but if we get in power again, the blue, I mean, we better change things and quit playing nice.
Yeah, quit playing nice is right. But anyway, can I finish my story?
Do I keep on interrupting you?
Me and talk about something else.
Now, Jim, you know why
we're in therapy.
This is why Wendy goes to New York.
This is why I spend so much time in New York, because no one interrupts me and changes the subject. So, I was going on the Long Island Railroad, and it's like a 50-minute, I'm going to say, ride to Penn Station. And I didn't want to bring a big sign, because I didn't want any confrontations on the train. I didn't want anybody saying anything to me. So I was just like, what could I bring? Because I want to bring something. So I had a hat, a baseball hat with nothing on it. It was just like a plain old beige baseball hat that I wear to the beach, walking on the boardwalk, just to keep the sun out of my eyes. So I did write it. I did put the crown with the no kings on it. And on each side of it, on the sides, I wrote power to the people. So I was a lot of people liked my hat. They commented on my hat.
Well, and I felt bad because when I was at the No Kings, I didn't bring that sign you made me. And that's one of the best signs I've ever seen. Do you remember what it says?
The sign that I wrote, and it's not my idea.
No.
I'm not going to take credit for it, but the sign said, "Too many issues for one sign."
Wow, I love that.
My sign was the frog, the Los Angeles frog.
Yep.
The frog with his fist up says resist, and he's wearing the Nobel Peace Prize. That was kind of mine, and some other people's ideas. I just put them together. So again, not my. I can't take credit for it.
Hey, this is Native Roots Radio, and Wendy, thank you so much for coming on. We got one more segment, and we'll be right back after the short break. Please stay with us.
Why must the world be so cold? They've gone against what was told. Thinking rape is cool, think about it. They think it's not wrong, violence against women, the rape, the abuse, the emotional, physical. They all hold the hate, think about it. Is it right or wrong? What attracts you? I'm not saying no names, but you laugh. Talk about it like nothing is wrong. Think about it. They all hold the hate. Gotta stop the violence. Stop the hate. Think about it.
Sponsored by the Minnesota Indian Women's Sexual Assault Coalition.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
This is Chase Iron Eyes announcing a new show on AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota, powered by Native Roots Radio. The show is called Native American Patriot Talk Radio. What will we do on the show? We are going to explore and dive into the source of American constitutional sovereignty, the intersection of Native American and legal issues. Find us the first and third Tuesday of every month at 6 p.m. on AM 950.
Support comes from the Walker Arts Center, an art space that's more than the spoon and cherry. Galleries celebrate contemporary visual art, including indigenous artists like Edgar Heap of Birds from the Cheyenne and Arapaho nations, and Jim Demeny from the Ojibwe Nation. Additionally, film screens, cinema, and performances are shown on stage. And the Walker is free every Thursday night and free every day for citizens and members of tribal nations. Learn more at walkerart.org.
I'm I'm Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, and I want to be your next United States Senator, and you are listening to Native Roots Radio.
Welcome back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot. Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is Robert Pilot, and this is Native Roots Radio. Hey, we want to switch it up a little bit here, and I want to reintroduce my awesome and beautiful wife, Wendy. Wendy's been an animal advocate for many, many years, and she's been a co-founder of Native Roots Radio, which we're in our 10th season. Wendy, this is our sacred animal portion, and I know you got a lot going on, and I want to hand over the mic to you.
Always a lot going on. Hey, everybody. My name is Hanaji. That means cares for them, and I was given that name by my Dega Curtis. Curtis goes by Mashke Hanajinga, which means walks on white clouds. I'm a policy volunteer for Humane World for Animals, formerly known as the Humane Society of the United States, and I work on animal issues at the local and state level. It's always my pleasure to do that. I really like doing that. I'm doing something else with a rescue. It has nothing to do with my Humane World for Animals, and Humane World for Animals doesn't have anything to do with this rescue that I'm doing because it's like pretty illegal. But anyway, it's called an open rescue, and we're letting everybody know that we're going to be there and rescue these beagles out of this lab. It's happening on Sunday, April 19th, 2026, and we're going to try to rescue all the Ridland dogs. It's a visual and nonviolent demonstration. Again, it's Ridland. It's Ridglan. It is in Blue Mounds, Wisconsin, and there is a facility there, and they house over 2,000 beagles. What they do there is they breed the beagles and they experiment on the beagles. This place, Ridland Farms, has gotten over 308 violations because of animal cruelty. And last month, I believe it was March 15th, there were a group of people who went down and they were able to get, I'm going to guess, around 23 dogs out. They got 23 dogs out. The police confiscated 8 of those dogs, or maybe they ended up with 23. I don't know the exact numbers. But we're going back again. Everybody knows. The police, the sheriff knows. The Ridland people and employees and security know. And we're going to go in again. We're going to break in and we're going to get the remaining dogs out. Now, if you're interested in this, you could sign up. You can go on to Rescue All the Ridland Dogs. It's a Facebook group. You can get in touch with Wayne Singh. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, but his first name is Wayne. Last name is Hsiung. He's really the founder of this rescue, and you can come and help us. And we have different levels of helping. We have a green team that will support us. They will be there around holding signs, protesting, singing songs in solidarity. Again, this is going to be a non-violent visual demonstration. We have a yellow team. The yellow team is there to help the red team. So the yellow team will help the red team. The red team are the actual people going inside the lab and getting the dogs out of the cages, carrying the dogs to safety. The yellow team helps the red team from, I guess, like falling or just helping them get to where they need to go. If somebody is coming after us coming after us to get a dog, they're going to help block us or shield us. So, and again, it's going to be totally non-violent. We will cooperate if the police stop us. We will cooperate if, anything bad happens. But we're getting these dogs out. I mean, 308 violations against them for animal cruelty. We have documentation and video of former employees who worked at this Ridland Farms. They really documented horrific stories about what happens to these dogs. Most of the experiments that they are doing on these dogs are done without any anesthesia or painkillers. So it is very, very painful for these dogs. These dogs spend their lives in 4x2 wire cages. Many of them are very rusty. They stand on, their paws are on constantly on that wire. They urinate and poop through the floor because it's just like a gate that they're standing on, right? There's nothing soft in there for them to lay on. There's no reprieve for them. When the doors are open to the lab, you just see thousands of dogs, again, over 2,000 dogs barking, crying, spinning. A lot of them are spinning in their cages because they've just been in there for so many years. Most of these dogs have never seen the light of day, have never walked on anything besides that wire gate that they're standing on, that wire cage that they're standing on. Many of them have ulcers in their toes. Their feet are deformed just from standing on this. I know it's horrific, right? It's really blood curdling to me. And I really, I feel like I just want to go and help these dogs and get them out and do whatever I can. I think about those 20 some odd dogs who did get out, and I'm seeing videos of them now. They're laying in nice soft beds. They have toys. They're drinking fresh, clean water. Somebody is loving them and petting them. And I just think like there's so many of them that are stuck in there that I just have to, even if I can get one or two out, but there's so many of us going, and we need more people. Again, if you want to, you could help in any way. Again, it's Ridland, RINDGLAN, farms in Wisconsin, and you could find there's plenty of Facebook pages about it, about how to help, how to sign up. I had to fill out a form because I'm gonna be on the red team. Like I actually want to go in there and get the dogs out. Like because I know myself. If I'm on the green team singing a song, I'm gonna be like, no way, I'm going to get a dog.
You'll start inching over, singing like we did at Standing Rock.
I know. So I know myself. Like once I'm there, that's it. I'm gonna go for it. So. I had to fill out a form like with my name and all my information. I had to like write down if I take any medications. I had to write because if I get put in jail, right, they have to know all this stuff. Robert, I put you down as my contact information, so make sure you have your phone on, and you might have to drive and come and get me, or I don't know,
in Micah's truck.
Micah's truck, yeah. So it's a little bit scary, but I just feel like, and I'm doing a lot of things that I feel really uncomfortable about. But, I just want to get past that and just do what I got to do to get the dogs out. So I'm right now asking people out there who want to get involved to please sign up. And see if you could help. Again, it's Ridland Farms. Rescue all the Ridland. It's RIDGLAN dogs. It's a visual and nonviolent demonstration. The event is public, and it's by Wayne Singh. Wayne is WAYNE, the normal way. And his last name is HSIUNG. He's a lawyer. He's a really smart guy. He's won a couple of good animal cruelty cases. And he's even been arrested and put into jail too. But
so have you ever done anything like this?
I never have. No. I have never done anything like that.
Well, not for animals, but you were that way in Standing Rock and other protests. But this is going to be your big sacred animal.
Yeah, like I never went in and broke in and got a dog and got out, or a factory farmed animal. Or,
good thing you work out
or something. I feel like I'm old, but I feel like I'm strong. So, and I know like my adrenaline will be pumping, and I'll just be fine. I mean, our grandkids weigh around the same around the same weight as a beagle. And I just want to say one thing, and I've talked about this on the show before, about why they use beagles. Beagles are the perfect size. They're not too big. They're not too small. They're around 20 to 35-ish pounds. They're very, very docile also, and very, very loving and loyal dogs. So you could repeatedly hurt the dog intentionally, and the next day the dog will just be, wagging its tail, wanting loving it. They're not a breed that, will automatically just bite if they're being hurt or if something's happening to them. They just don't have that in their DNA and their composition of them. So that's why they use these beautiful, sweet dogs. And it's really, really sad. So listen, as many as we can get out, that will be just wonderful. There's people who are signing up for fostering. You could sign up for a foster if you can't get there and want to do the nitty gritty. That's great. We need fostering. We need people funding. You could send some money, because we need money for lodging, bailing people out, transportation, snacks. There's so many different ways that you could help this project. And we'd love to see you there on the 19th, April 19th. You have to be signed up and signed all the waivers in order to do this. So just make sure you do it. And we're going to get these dogs out.
Hey, thanks for all that information and stepping up for Auntie Jess, who had an emergency. I really appreciate that, Wendy.
No problem.
Hey, we're going to have Natalie up next here, and we're going to talk about what's happening at the Minneapolis American Indian Center. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'll see you at Bruce Springsteen.
Stay with me.
Support comes from the Walker Arts Center. Local artist Rosie Simas, Seneca Nation of Indians, Huron Clan, embodies Onondaga philosophies of peacemaking and relationality in new immersive installation. Visit Agay Jagwa Desnigowaweni. I hope it'll stir your mind and explore a space built for communal rest and contemplation. Simas presents a performance of the same name this May. Learn more about the exhibition and performance at walkerart.org.
This is Chase Iron Eyes announcing a new show on AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota, powered by Native Roots Radio. The show is called Native American Patriot Talk Radio. What will we do on the show? We are going to explore and dive into the source of American constitutional sovereignty, the intersection of Native American and legal issues. Find us the first and third Tuesday of every month at 6 p.m. on AM 950.
Hey, it's Robert Pilot from Native Roots Radio. For a meal that feeds your soul and health, check out Gatherings Cafe. Located in the renovated Minneapolis American Indian Center, Executive Chef Vernon Defoe and team serve up incredible indigenous flavors. Gatherings Cafe has amazing bison tacos featuring lean protein from native wise, corn tortillas, and homemade sides. It's fresh, local food rooted in ancestral knowledge. Stop by for breakfast or lunch. That's Gatherings Cafe, where tradition meets innovation. Oh, this is Robert Pilot. For Native relatives, healing is more than just sobriety. It's reclaiming indigenous masculinity as a sacred, balanced force. Join Hunter Thundercloud for Native Roots Radio presents Controlled Fire. We explore how personal recovery uplifts our communities. It's time men step back into roles as mentors and spiritual leaders. Recovery is collective, and it starts with us. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of every month at 6 p.m. for Native Roots Radio presents Controlled Fire. Let's tend the fire together.
All My Relations Arts in Minneapolis invites you to experience Unchi Said So, a powerful new exhibition by Daniel C. Walker rooted in Native storytelling, collective identity, and community. Join us for the opening reception Friday, April 10th from 6 to 8 p.m. Through bold portraits and vibrant color, this work reflects generational knowledge, teachings passed down, and the significance of grandmothers in Native culture, reminding us that sovereignty begins at home. Plan your visit today at allmyrelationsarts.org.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Support comes from the Walker Arts Center. Did you know that the Walker has a cinema that shows film almost every week? From artist talks, genre-defined performances, and world premieres to archival shorts and experimental soundscapes, the Walker Cinema explores all modes of global and local filmmaking. Get your first tickets for free. Visit walkerart.org/cinema to learn more. That's walkerart.org/cinema. See you at the movies.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Tonight, cloudy with a low of 31, then Wednesday, a chance of rain and snow with a high of 43. The Great Wall has been your home for Chinese favorites since 1981. Don't miss the sesame chicken, mushu pork with Chinese pancakes, or Peking duck. Stop in at the restaurant on France Avenue and 45th Street along the Minneapolis-Edina city line, or check them out at greatwallrestaurant.us.
AM 950 KTNF, St. Louis Park, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Hi, I'm Jane Fonda, and you're listening to Native Roots Radio.
And we're back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot. Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is Robert Pilot, and we are with our friend Natalie. Natalie, welcome to Native Roots Radio as always. Ho!
Wow, thanks, Robert. Happy to be here. And I heard you and Wendy are going to go see Bruce.
Yep, we're going to see Bruce tonight. Yep, I saw him sing one song at the King's Rally, and we're going to the concert.
Oh, that's amazing. I feel like lifelong dream to see him. So it was really cool that he was here and that he did that protest.
Yeah, definitely. And geez, the first time I saw him was like in 1976, and there was like 3,000 people at the Met Center, and nobody knew who the heck he was. And he played for 4.5 hours, and I was a fan ever since. Yeah.
Is he still rocking just as hard?
Yeah, I think the last time we went was 2007, but I know he's been here since then. And, it was 3.5 hours for sure. Pure rock and roll.
Man, that's dedication.
Yeah, that's a real concert as opposed to some of these 90-minute ones I've seen over the years.
Right? Mm-hmm. Definitely a bucket list for me, so someday.
Well, you better hurry. He's 10 years older than I am, and you know how old I am. Old.
You reach elder status.
Yeah, he's an elder, and I'm a baby elder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on Minneapolis American Indian Center, and you're their communications person, and let's communicate and talk about what's happening. I know something's happening really big in May, but you also have a lot of other things going on daily there, as I know when I stop by.
Yeah. So we're busy. We're considered the heart of the American Indian Cultural Corridor. So every day we've got activities. We got our fitness center, which is open to anybody. Gatherings Cafe, which is a really amazing cafe that serves breakfast and lunch with all the ingredients rooted in indigenous food like bison, walleye. We got corn tortillas, just really, really good, healthy, fresh, local indigenous foods. But the big things coming up that I wanted to talk about this week. Today was a big day, tribal elections for some of the Ojibwe tribes up north. So we have tribes that are here right now, White Earth and Boys Fort. You can go and vote until 8 o'clock here. I think that's when the ballots close. But White Earth and Boys Fort, both are open right now. They're here down at the center doing their tribal election stuff. And later this week, Dream of Wild Health is coming in. They're doing a big seed swap on Saturday. And so, noon to 4, swing by the center. And money's not allowed. It's like you just got to bring goods, seeds, plants, whatever you got, and trade and barter and do it just like we used to.
Cool. There's a swap, a seed swap, Ho-Chunk are having, and I don't know the date in front of me, but I thought it was really interesting, is that they would just take any pennies to trade with corn seeds that were minted before 1980. I thought, wow, that's interesting.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I don't know what the significance is other than maybe there was more copper in the pennies back in before 1980, because before the pennies ended, I don't think there was any copper in them anymore.
Yeah, well, now that they don't make pennies, I mean, I guess eventually they'll be a big deal too. All of them will be.
Yeah, I got those Indian pennies too here stashed away. So just remember, tell my kids when I die, there's somewhere in the house.
Yeah, you didn't bury him in the backyard.
Not yet, but soon. With silver, have to get a little map made before I do that. But yeah, I love when you talk about the cafe, and we talk about the cafe a lot, and it's just one of the things we don't talk about is like the ambiance in the cafe is just awesome with all the windows and you can see Franklin Avenue and it's bright and I really like that a lot.
Yeah, that was part of the redesign. So when we reopened in 2024, before that, the cafe was tucked away in the back, a little bit darker, a little bit removed, and now it's all bright and open and it's in a brand new space. And so, all windows in the dining area that overlooks Franklin Avenue. And it just gets really good sunlight. The sun's shining in when you have breakfast and lunch there, and it's just warm and welcoming. We get a lot of people who come and work there during the day. The food's delicious, but also just really good energy and lighting and just a good vibe. So great place to come and work and have meetings and just hang out. Robert Pilot's there a couple times a week, so it's just the place to be.
Definitely. I should get a booth named after me along with the little room in there. Yeah, one of the things too, I was at the Indian Center, and this is another part of the diversity. Oh, my dog wants to talk to me. Another part of the diversity is that I saw my daughter in a play this weekend on Friday night and Saturday night, and it was pretty awesome. Ho-Chunk and it was a great time and seating, and it's just great. And Natalie, I showed that trick with the echo too. I said, "Oh, stand there in the middle." I always like telling people that.
Right, isn't that fun? Yeah, it was a really cool design feature where, if you stand in the center of the rotunda, we have this big, if you haven't been to the Indian Center, this giant open space, and it's designed to look like a drum. And we're the heart of the community. The drum is the heartbeat, so it's really beautiful. But if you stand right in the middle, you hear like this echo, like everything you say reverberates back to you. So if you've never tried it before, stand in the middle of the rotunda. And I'm really glad that there was plays there this week. We rent out our spaces, so it's fun just seeing all the different groups that come in and find ways to use that space. I think the St. Paul Chamber Orchestra was there like a month ago, and they had a performance there that was free and open to anybody. And then, we had the Native Joy Festival this last weekend. And so, it was open to anybody. Our spaces are available to rent, and it's fun seeing what people do with them because people get really creative and have brought a lot of really great opportunities and events to the community because of that.
Yeah, well, in the middle of the drum, it's kind of like a medicine wheel, and it's right in the middle there. And I was wondering too, because I had seen a play there before, but I was wondering if they were going to do it in the same place, and they did, and the way they had it set up was pretty cool.
How did they do it? I didn't attend it, but
well, it was in the middle of and they had it blocked off, so they used the room behind it, so you couldn't see. So that was one of the where the actors that weren't acting were in that room. So they were until they came out, and then there was curtains that were like half a U shape that kind of went along with the shape of the circle, and that was the backdrop. Yeah, backdrop. But that was the backdrop. So yeah, it was. Shoot, I'll send you a picture because it was like, oh, that's a smart way to do this.
Yeah, really creative. Mm-hmm.
Do we know offhand who people would get a hold of at the Minneapolis American Indian Center if they wanted to lease some space?
Yeah. So we, if you go to our website, maicnet.org, there's a page where you can view all the spaces that we have available, and that's got rates and all the rooms. We've got our gymnasium, we got conference rooms, meeting rooms, whole bunch of different really unique spaces. So you can go there, and there's a form you can fill out. Otherwise, you can email she's actually my office mate, but she's left for the day, Kateri, at roombooking@maicnet.org. So yeah, roombooking@maicnet.org. Or if you go to the Minneapolis American Indian Center website, we've got all the rooms listed there. There's an inquiry form. And so, yeah, anyone's available. Anyone can rent space here. We've got tons of groups that come in for meetings and different events and opportunities. And yeah, it's just a really special part of the Indian Center that we can open it up to other people and bring all these opportunities into the community. So yeah, please come rent space, have your meetings here, have your events. We'd love to have you.
And there's parking lot, and there's parking behind it, street parking too behind it. And we laugh about the parking because when places are rocking, when we got thousands and thousands of people at the Intercenter, I want to bring my own cone and block off my own parking. And, but that's an inside joke, right, Natalie?
Oh yeah, right. So parking is notoriously bad around here, but if for a big event, but we're right at the heart of there's a bus stop right outside the Indian Center. I think there's like 3 different buses that stop here. There's the light rail station a couple blocks away. So we're like, parking's limited, but we also are like a hub for transit too. So there's a lot of different ways to get here, and also carpooling. If you can carpool, bring your family, bring a friend.
Exactly. So I know you're in the running club. Do they meet? Where do they meet?
Yeah, so we meet every Wednesday, and then we do some Saturday runs and some races too. But we meet over by the river. So I don't know if Owamni is still in that building or if they've moved already. But we meet behind Owamni every Wednesday at 6, right along the river. And then different groups will run different routes and different distances. But yeah, we meet over there every week.
Yeah, Owamni, they have a new, I don't know if it's a new building, but they have a new space that looks pretty rocking over there too, and it's pretty big.
Yeah, they moved over to the Guthrie, or they are moving over to the Guthrie.
I was thinking of the group, Shelley Buck's group. I got confused, but yeah, Owamni, they just changed their name, as a matter of fact. There's a big thing out there. I was talking to Sean Sherman today about some other things, and he sent me this great message, and also I'll have to read it next segment, but they're rebranding. A lot of exciting things are happening, and it's just great things, and they're going to be at the Guthrie Owamni. Now we just did a commercial for Owamni. Oh, wow.
Hashtag not an ad.
Yeah, just information, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, and the Indian Center, though, too, has a lot of things, whether it's pickleball, women's sports, just for women. We should talk a little bit about that in the next segment if you have time.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Hey, well, we're here with Natalie, and we're talking about the Minneapolis Indian Center here in Minneapolis, and we'll be right back after this short break. Please stay with us. Ho-wah. Oh, this is Robert Pilot. For Native relatives, healing is more than just sobriety. It's reclaiming Indigenous masculinity as a sacred, balanced force. Join Hunter Thundercloud for Native Roots Radio presents Controlled Fire. We explore how personal recovery uplifts our communities. It's time men step back into roles as mentors and spiritual leaders. Recovery is collective, and it starts with us. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of every month at 6 p.m. for Native Roots Radio presents Controlled Fire. Let's tend the fire together.
Unwanted sexting or photos, inappropriate jokes, even tickling or wrestling can feel like a violation. Catcalling, cornering, or groping, getting them drunk or high for sex, recording sexual acts without permission, hurting someone because of their sexual orientation, raping a family member, a child, a date, a friend, a stranger, purchasing a human being for sex. You make the choice every single time. Sexual violence is many things. Make a choice. Do not do it.
Sponsored by the Minnesota Indian Women's Sexual Assault Coalition.
Support comes from the Walker Arts Center, an art space that's more than the spoon and cherry. Galleries celebrate contemporary visual art, including Indigenous artists like Edgar Heap of Birds from the Cheyenne and Arapaho nations, and Jim Demeny from the Ojibwe Nation. Additionally, film screens, cinema, and performances are shown on stage. And the Walker is free every Thursday night and free every day for citizens and members of tribal nations. Learn more at walkerart.org. Hey, it's Robert Pilot from Native Roots Radio. For a meal that feeds your soul and health, check out Gatherings Cafe. Located in the renovated Minneapolis American Indian Center, Executive Chef Vernon Defoe and team serve up incredible indigenous flavors. Gatherings Cafe has amazing bison tacos featuring lean protein from native wise, corn tortillas, and homemade sides. It's fresh, local food rooted in ancestral knowledge. Stop by for breakfast or lunch. That's Gatherings Cafe, where tradition meets innovation.
Hi, it's Dr. Evan Adams, and you're listening to Native Roots Radio. Hey, Victor, you better be listening.
In this portion of the show, we'd like to bring awareness to our wolf and bear populations throughout Turtle Island. Say no to the hunts.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Native Roots Radio, and hey, we're with our friend Natalie. Natalie, I just got to read this quick news bite here before we move on, and that's breaking news. A few hours ago, the federal judge blocks Trump's order targeting NPR and PBS. A federal judge has ruled that Donald Trump's executive order to cut off all federal funding for NPR and PBS is unlawful and unenforceable. So I just have to play the little applause here for our neighbors here at PBS and NPR. Just a big shout out to them, and keep up the great work and stay on this orange one. Hey, we're here with Natalie. And Natalie, did we talk a little bit about the big parade that's happening in May? And I know you're going to be on a bunch more times before then, but everyone has to get ready for what's happening and what's going to be happening in the month of May.
Yeah. Well, we've been busy over here getting ready for American Indian Month. On May 1st, every year there's the big kickoff parade that happens in the morning, but we also have our big powwow. We're getting ready for that on this end, and we're really excited to put it on because we know it's become a tradition. And so it's May 1st, which is a Friday this year, 4 to 9 p.m. here at the Indian Center gym. We're going to be having a big powwow. 4 to 6, we're going to have food trucks in the parking lot, so there'll be really good food. Gatherings Cafe is open late, so I know we're breakfast and lunch usually, but we're going to be open till 6 that day, so come on by for some dinner. And then our kids and the Boys and Girls Club will also be doing concessions, so there'll be lots of good food available, lots of vendors, which we're still accepting applications for. So if you go to the Minneapolis American Indian Center's Facebook page or Instagram, you can find all the info for that. We're also looking for volunteers if people want to come help and hang out with all of us staff and help keep the building clean. But we're getting ready and we're excited because it feels like it's a nice kickoff for all the other festivities that'll happen throughout the month.
Yeah, that's awesome, and that is exactly it. One of the things too I want to mention to our allies that are listening to us, or non-native allies, is always come and be respectful. It's open to anyone. Powwows are open to the whole community. It's a celebration of community. If you see vendors there and if they're selling things, you can buy their things, no problem. If they're selling it, that's for everybody. So support Native artists and these vendors. And also, when it comes to pictures, we always like to talk about powwow etiquette. Please ask the dancers that are in regalia if it's okay to take a picture. If you're our allies, I just go crazy and take pictures anyways without asking. But our allies out there need to ask.
You're like, I'm fine. I'm out here taking pictures. I'm filming.
Putting it up on Native Roots Radio.
But so open to anybody. But also, if you can't attend, if you're not in Minneapolis, or if you're out of town or just not able to get here, we also live stream it. So our Culture Language Arts Network program is amazing, and they are really tech savvy. And so all of our powwows are live streamed on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, other social media accounts that I may never have even heard of because they're really on it and they know what's hip and trendy. So yeah, it's all over online. So even if you can't be here in person, you can still watch from home and participate in whatever way you feel comfortable. So.
Well, a former student of mine, when I taught film and video in the high school level, is one of the main producers there. So big shout out to Misko, who's been on Native Roots Radio many, many times over the years. I've forced her to come on the show many times.
Yeah, Misko's amazing. If you go to our website or social media or anything and see the flyers for the event, Misko designed those, and they're really beautiful. She's really talented, and so yeah, I want to give her a plug for that because yeah, she's the one who makes everything look all pretty and nice and all the good flyers and stuff that we have.
Yeah, it's so fun too that just to talk about her for a second. She was doing all that stuff in high school. I mean, she was doing all the American Indian education T-shirts and powwow shirts all the way from when she was a 10th grader on. So it's great to see that she's still doing this and that the community is sharing her art all around, and it's great to see her. And I can't believe that she's growing up to be such a great person too. So I do believe that she was a great kid.
Yeah, that's amazing. I didn't know she's been doing it for that long. That's really cool. 'Cause, yeah, she'll just have an idea and she can just like draw it and bring it to life. And yeah, super talented.
Yeah, I wish I was. I'd be selling more T-shirts here at Native Roots Radio. You know what I mean? So what else we got a couple more minutes here. What else is going on at the Indian Center? I mean, I kind of lightly touched on it, but let's talk about the new workout equipment, and it's free to the public, and you have to sign up, and the other stuff that's happening.
Yeah, so our fitness center, we reopened earlier this year. We got a bunch of new equipment, really revamped space. And so, yeah, we've got this space, and it's open to anybody 16 and up. You just have to come and sign up for it. But it's a really great way to be active and be in community. We have fitness classes like pickleball. It's Tuesday tonight, so all the aunties are down in the gym right now. 5 to 7 on Tuesdays is aunties night for pickleball. And they go hard. They're one of my colleagues was bedazzling her pickleball paddle a couple days ago. So yeah, they look good, and they're playing pickleball, and it's the place to be on Tuesday nights.
I guess I'm too old for pickleball because I'd break a hip, with that lateral movement. There's some serious pickleball people out there. So power to them. Power to the Yankees.
They go hard. And if you're not an auntie, we have pickleball Fridays from 2 to 4 too, and that's open to anybody. But yeah, so we've got a lot of good fitness activities. We got basketball, volleyball, run club. There's a group fitness class that our fitness trainer, Joe Regente, leads. So yeah, there's something for everybody, and it's a great way to be active and be in community. And if you go to our website, you can see our calendar, or go to our Facebook page or Instagram and see what's going on. But yeah, something for everybody. And the big part of it is that it's free. So it's open to the community, and it's accessible, and it's right here in the heart of the American Indian Cultural Corridor. So yeah, we're just really trying to make space for our people to be able to move and be active and be healthier.
Yeah, that's great. One of the things too, I'm going to switch gears on you, and I know you're taking Ojibwe class. Talk a little bit about that, and what have you learned? And it's amazing. We got to keep the language going. So big props to you.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, it says because when I'm like, I got Ojibwe, sorry, can't go on the show tonight. But yeah, I'm taking an Ojibwe class this semester, which I will not. Yeah, it's a really great opportunity to learn and speak and just keep the language alive. And I want to plug my coworker, May Magwezi. We have Ojibwe classes that are available through the center, and they're free. They're online, they're on Zoom. So we've got people all over the country, all across Turtle Island that are part of it. I think he sometimes gets like 1,000 people who will sign up for one of his classes. So there's a lot of interest in it, but he teaches intermediate and intro Ojibwe classes. And I think we're right in the middle right now. So, it's not open at the moment, but if you follow us on social media, we do it a few times a year, and they're really great classes. All the resources are online, and even if you can't make the class, there's recordings available, so you can watch it at your own pace and do it all on your own time. And yeah, it's just really amazing, all the resources that are available now, because I know it hasn't always been that way, and it was really hard for people to speak our languages for a long time. So it's amazing that I get to take an Ojibwe class and that other people can too.
Yes. Natalie, thank you so much for coming on, as always, and the great information and great stories, and really appreciate you and what the Minneapolis Indian Center has been doing for over 50 years. So big Pinigi, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, Miigwech, Robert. Thanks for having me.
Right on. We'll see you soon. Hey, if you're listening to the show, you are part of the resistance from Chief Plenty Coops, the ground on which we stand on. It's sacred ground. It's the blood of our ancestors. We need to resist, divest, join a group, run for office. We're still here. We are the 7th generation. See you tomorrow.
The city of Minneapolis is now on